Today we explore Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan. After flying in the day before, I met Junko, who arrived from Japan, and on May 9th we set out to discover this fascinating city together. Tashkent is modern, green, spacious, and full of unexpected beauty. Our first stop is this impressive park and memorial complex. Wide boulevards, fountains, manicured gardens, and monumental architecture give the city an elegant atmosphere. Tashkent has been rebuilt several times in its history, especially after the devastating earthquake of 1966. Much of the modern city dates from that period, when Soviet planners redesigned the capital with broad avenues and open spaces. The museum and surrounding grounds reflect both remembrance and national pride. It is a peaceful place to begin a city tour. This complex commemorates the enormous sacrifices made during the Second World War, known across the former Soviet Union as the Great Patriotic War, from 1941 to 1945. When Nazi Germany invaded the Soviet Union in June 1941, millions of people from every Soviet republic were drawn into the conflict, including many from Uzbekistan. Hundreds of thousands of Uzbek soldiers were sent to the front lines, fighting in some of the most brutal battles of the war, from Moscow and Stalingrad to the final push toward Berlin. But Uzbekistan's contribution was not only military. During the war, Tashkent became a major center of evacuation and support. Factories were moved here from western parts of the Soviet Union to keep production alive. Hospitals were established. Refugees, including women and children, were relocated eastward for safety. Many people found shelter here when their own cities were under attack. Tashkent earned a reputation for generosity during those difficult years. Families opened their homes to evacuees, and the city became known as a place of refuge and resilience. The memorial grounds reflect that history. The statues, museum exhibits, and wide ceremonial spaces honor courage, loss, endurance, and national memory. It is not only about military victory, but about the human cost of war and the determination to rebuild afterward. For visitors today, this is more than a monument. It is a reminder that global events touched every corner of the Soviet Union, including Central Asia, and that cities like Tashkent played a far greater role in history than many people realize. Next, we visit a ceramic exhibition store filled with traditional Uzbek craftsmanship. Uzbek ceramics are famous for their rich blues, turquoise tones, geometric designs, and floral patterns. Walking through this store feels like stepping into a living museum. Every plate, bowl, and vase carries centuries of artistic tradition. Junko especially enjoyed looking at the intricate hand-painted designs. From the memorial park, we move to the opposite energy of the city, the famous bazaar in Tashkent. This is one of the best places to understand everyday life in the Uzbek capital. Inside are endless rows of fruit, vegetables, spices, breads, nuts, dried apricots, cheeses, sweets, and meats brought in from across Uzbekistan and neighboring countries. Colors are everywhere. Deep red pomegranates, golden raisins, bright spices, fresh herbs, and mountains of produce stacked high behind the counters. Fresh bread comes out warm, while sellers proudly offer samples of nuts, honey, and dried fruit. Traders call out prices. Customers bargain. Friends stop to talk. The sound of conversation fills the hall. There is constant movement, but never chaos. Somehow everything has its own rhythm. Markets like this are more than places to shop. They are social spaces where the city still meets face to face. Older traditions continue here in a world that is changing quickly. You can feel the layers of Central Asia here: Silk Road trade, Soviet history, Islamic heritage, and modern urban life all mixed together under one roof. We always enjoy places like this because they reveal more about a city than monuments ever can. Our final stop is the famous Tashkent Metro. Built during the Soviet era, it is not just transportation, it is an underground art gallery. Many stations feature marble columns, chandeliers, mosaics, and decorative ceilings. Each station has its own personality. Some feel grand and imperial, others futuristic, and others deeply Uzbek in design. For visitors, riding the metro is one of the best ways to experience the city.